Hey up, everybody! Let me turn this bloody music off. I'll turn it off now. Sorry. I like it a bit too much. It's a bit too good. Who we got in the chat? Let's have a look. I see some WEDGER pants in the chat. Hey up, Lynn. Thanks very much for joining the Blank Squad. I forgot I called it that. Hey Chumber, hope you're well. Hey up to the best mod in the world. Hey up Steve R, hope you're well. Once you pop with blank faces, you can't stop. That's all I can say. Oh, I'm alright, me, you're still in work. Oh, I bet it's proper hard grilling work you're doing as well. Yeah, grifters are fair game. Say what you like about the old grifters. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you again. Hi, Nikki. Nice to see you. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Rio. Hope you're well. Oh, you didn't hear it? Maybe I've not... Oh, I know what I've done. I put monitor and output on. Oh. Well, at least my mic's not muted completely. It's only a minute or so. I'll mute it out. Damn it. We'll put it on in a break in a minute. Let me get me screen up. I bet I haven't. We've got a bit of a Paul Arnott update, in a sense. What am I doing? Right, I'm clicking that to get that up so that I can get the screen up, ain't I? OBS sometimes, or OBS as everyone calls it, does my head in. Should be on that one. There we go. Bit of pants. Well, earlier on, yesterday, when I put this stream up, I went on one of John... He's got a couple of profiles, hasn't he? And I didn't realise. So I went on one of his profiles and I thought it was the end of WEDGER Watch because quite a lot of his pants swimming videos disappeared. But it turns out I just smoked too much and they are there. I don't know what's happened. Lord knows. But that's, we will have a look, a bit of WEDGER Watch, because it's WEDGER Watch. We haven't done it in a while. Oh, get your brew ready. We've got John in a hat. I found John in a hat. Do you ever remember that episode of The Simpsons where the Cindy doll had a hat and it was a cowboy hat and they were all going mad? Well, when I saw this hat, it's a cowboy hat, I went mad. And yeah, I'm excited about that one. There's also another brew of a review that we'll look on another. There's quite a few that I found now. So, just more content. It's more content for the old WEDGER watchers. Chumber's completely commando. When are you not, Chumber? Oh, for your birthday. Yeah, they took you out for your birthday. Hi, Simon. Hope you're well. So yeah, I've just been on Facebook and I've been with Michael Freeson that's gone missing. I've just been doing some posters and like, do you know when I do like the unidentified cases and I always say I wish there was better images and stuff? Well, I thought I'd just jump on that and I'll do some like images and help them out. And I've been following it quite closely. And Paul Arnott commented yesterday that he had been found. He just said this on a random post, but it was underneath an Italian post. It wasn't fully translated at the time. And he wasn't on about Michael, he was on about someone else, but like, when the page is about someone and it's a first, like, he doesn't really comment on it. So to comment that just seemed really strange. It seemed really strange. And then instantly the search for Michael was resumed. But the problem with the translation of the the web pages we were listening to, reading yesterday, is that it's a conflicting timeline in a sense, but no one really seems to know really how long he was out there for, except for the mum. And because it's been reported differently in an Italian newspaper, I think they've just missed a digit off it, where it says the 2nd of July to the 13th, where it might have meant the 12th of July to the 13th. And because the dialect's different, it might have just translated it in English completely different. So I'm thinking maybe that's the case. And when it says he was supposed to return on the 13th, maybe they were on about return from the walk that he'd went on. I'm not sure really, because it's a bit fuzzy, the case. But let me get this image up that I've just found. I just managed to grab it before he blocked me. He's just blocked me on Facebook because he made this post, and I'm like, he's on the search for Michael Freeson. He's in Sardinia. He says he's been working with police and the fire brigade, which we don't believe really, because he's not really posted anything apart from taking a picture of him from far away. Excuse me. So he's just posted a picture of him from far away. So, and like in the Tenerife Jay Slater case in Masca, he's just walking down roads really. He's not really gone out into the open. It just seems to be more communal areas. He said he was traversing, and he's just walking on a pathway. That's not traversing. It's a bit more trickier than that, than walking on a path, mate. I don't know. There's a hike, then there's traversing, then there's rock climbing, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I don't know. They seem to be like different levels of cliff walking in a sense. And then you got ridge walking, haven't you? Ridge walking being the top, most dangerous one. But to the point, let me get this. I'm babbling, but I really need to show you. Right, there's no update on Michael. We don't know if he's been found. We don't know really what the situation is. Really sensitive. Hang on. My neighbour's dog's being naughty. So, let's get that up so you can all see it. So Paul Arnott, this is literally like 3.5 hours ago now. He posted, can someone please put me in contact with the family of missing Jack O'Sullivan? Much appreciated. And he's tagged himself in Sardinia. He's in Sardinia still. So is he just stopping searching? And when I read this, I thought, well, what's he going to do? What's he going to do over in Sardinia to help that family? He's already shared posts and stuff. And I don't know, I feel like it's been quite difficult to get him to post content about Michael Freeson. He was saying things like, oh, it's on the internet, but like, you're part of it. He was kind of a mouthpiece for it. And I'm not sure if he's actually leaving. Hi, Sassy Car, nice to see you. Oh, I wonder if I can I'll do some memberships later. Maybe have you got Google Pay accepted? Because I know you've got to do it. If you're on like a university or a work account, you're not allowed to. I know I can. It's not. I've been traversing once in my life, and like I said, scary. That was scary. That wasn't walking on a path. I wish there was a path. It was horrible. I prefer to be lower down. I kept on going, trying to go as close to the water as I could, because I don't know, I just felt better than being high up. Horrible. Huh. Maybe that's why. I know Chumpa's on iPad, aren't they? So they need to get with the times. Maybe I... Oh, I think I can only do it in a premiere, I think. Maybe that's what the thing is. At least you didn't get your son to drive, Kelly. It's a better option. A lot better option. Hope you well, Arcan. So yeah, I was like, what is Paul gonna do now? Is he gonna leave? As much as I don't like the lad, there's a mum out there and her son, and I don't know if they've got much family out there. We know the grandparents of Michael Freeson live out there, and he stayed with them at least one night. So I'm really surprised that Paul put this up. So then obviously I went into the comment section. Let me get the next image. I managed to capture it just before. And would you believe it? We have got another Peter Folding on our hands. Would you believe this? He says, "Oh, I've contacted him, thank you." And someone called Spencer replied and says, "You're going to need to hone in on your water skills if you're going to find Jack. I frequent Bristol often, and countless people have gone missing in that location. Most have been found in time. In the river, of course. Good luck." And Jack's been missing for some time. Obviously presumed if he's in the water, he's not going to be alive, is he, sadly? And Paul Arnott says, "I've been involved in water emergency safety, emergency water rescue from the age of 16. I'm also a trainer, assessor, previously for RLSS in the subject." But this isn't water rescue. This isn't being a lifeguard. What is he just going to be enough? Is he going to volunteer for the dive team? Well, he can't do it for the dive team because he's got to have like certain qualifications. You can't just go barging in on that one, can you? They need to assess you first. Bit more of a hindrance in that sense, but depends what devices he's got. But I honestly don't know what Paul's going to do apart from walk up and down the river. And is he really going to be equipped to be finding something like that? Has he got the equipment? Because if he's got... When's he planning on coming back? Is he going to just stop this search? Like, he seemed to have reacted straight away when I commented. And he's seen my comments before. He's seen my comments on the group. And I think since I've been on the group, he's just tried to block me since. Knowing I was a mod on there. Not a mod. I'm a mod on my own one. But on the official one, I was just doing all the posters and sharing them out. But I didn't really put much up about... I've only just asked about if Paul's leaving. I've actually kept it quite low. Didn't want to sit there and complain in that group about Paul. I've kept that my own side. But I don't understand why he's not sharing any of the posters. Like, not mine, but there's other people's posters as well. There's quite a few that's coming up and he's just... And then when I checked the group, the official group, the mum's not in the group. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of it. And I don't know now whether it's something where I don't know. I don't understand what's happening really with the case. It's all very complicated. But I'm really starting to wonder, why is he sweating and why is he running away? Hey, you guys. I know, blocked. He's took drastic action. Oh, Steve, thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm not sure. I'll have to try and figure out. Hang on. YouTube membership for iOS. It's just Google help. Oh, there's a...
So you want to join a YouTube page from your iPhone or iPad. First of all, Tim Apple wants his cut. So it's not going to work in the iPhone app. You have to open Safari or Chrome or whatever browser you typically use. Go to youtube.com. Make sure you're logged into the YouTube account you want to use. Go to the search bar, pull up the channel you want to join. Go to the main page, click the two A's, the lowercase and capital A, and request desktop sign.
Are you getting that? So you've got to go to, when you open Safari and type in YouTube, whatever it is, you click on the two A's or something it says, and it'll give you a drop down, and you click on request desktop website. Ah, right, it's because it's giving you a shortened web page, isn't it? I don't know how. I wonder if I can go on my channel and gift another 5 and do it that way. click on my own live. This is going to be weird. Oh, it's letting me. I figured it. Go on, let a chumber in. Go on. I don't know how. I wonder if I can. Oh, Arcan, Simon, Marks, Nikki, Esther, come on, and Teresa. There's some good names in the chat, though. I don't know how many you get a month. I think it's per month. You must get 10 a month. I don't want to go on to that just yet. We want to have a look at John Wedger. We're going to have a look at some pants women, I think. Let's get our bloody notifications off, do me head in. Yeah. Let's have a look at an old... Oh, what's the Irma Gerd look? That's a good one. But yeah, that's the update about Paul Arnott. Paul Arnott seems to be being really difficult. Like, really difficult. Esther was looking for the 3 dots. So, all the channel members you should have, You should have now the option to use the WEDGER pants. John Wedger's pants, look. You've got John Wedger's pants, or you've got Sad Paul. Let me showcase what the others are missing out on. You've got my logo, because, you know, narcissistic and all that. And then John Wedger. John Wedger gets too much attention, but quit a kid and all that. He did clear off from Tenerife, but from what I heard, he owes money. So I'm not sure if he does have an apartment, but he left his climbing boots back at Tenerife. Why couldn't he take those with him? That's only a carrier bag. You can take that on the plane with you. I'm sure they're not going to stop you. It's a pair of shoes. It's not the worst, is it? I'll show you the little...
So you want to join a YouTube page for...
I'll show you the little link. Sorry, I'm dead jittery tonight. I've not figured out what I'm doing. Here we go.
So you want to join a YouTube page from your iPhone or iPad. First of all, Tim Apple wants his cut. So it's not going to work in the iPhone app. You have to open Safari or Chrome or whatever browser you typically use. Go to youtube.com. Make sure you're logged into the YouTube account you want to use. Go to the search bar, pull up the channel you want to join. Go to the main page, click the two A's, the lowercase and capital A, and request desktop.
Where was those A's? Is it that bottom bit there?
The channel you want to join. Go to the main page, click the two A's, the lowercase and capital A, and request.
Bottom hand left in the corner where it says youtube.com. It's a weird way around that. Bloody weird. Let's have a listen to a bit of John Wedger. Oh, look. Free Wilfred Wong into shark-infested waters. Ex-police detective once again plunges into freezing water into his anti-unalive quest, using cold water therapy as his tool. I really hope he took him down, though, because that means we might have saved people. But no. No. The grift continues. Wee. Did you just say that?
To hear, parents women against depression.
Ah. He did. Wee.
Wow. John Wedger here. Parents women against depression.
It's a bit quiet, that, isn't it? Let me see if I can turn that up a bit. Is it a bit quiet for you guys? It's quiet for me. I haven't got a clue where anything is. I am proper out of sorts tonight. There we go. There you all are. Well, I don't understand why he didn't take it with him. It would have been really helpful, wouldn't it? But there's someone saying in the chat that there's issues with... Well, let me just move that up. I lost my chat again. There's problems with him owing money, and so he hot-footed it out there. And I'm not sure... See, a lot of people are asking him to apologise to the family, but from what I saw, the family were completely on his side. So I'm not sure what's happened there. I didn't think it was nice that he just got up and left early in the morning. I think he intends to make himself look really, really young. Do you know, like a younger child. I didn't realise he was around my age. He's like, okay guys, hey guys, hey guys. It's madness, guys, it's madness, guys. It did look like a moonlight flip. Oh, I heard Ayub Qasim say about down the rapids talking about him starting shit. And all them making, yeah. Oh, that's what he gets for getting involved in it, doesn't he? He should have really just done a search and rescue. No, I don't think he owes Ayub any money, no. I think because Ayub left Tenerife by that time, by the time Paul Arnott went over. I don't think they know each other at all. But yeah, it's more, Sonia, it's more of what is Wilfred Wong? Wilfred Wong was like, he used to be a politician back in the day. Right, I think he was like a barrister for the Houses of Parliament or something stupid like that. But notoriety in politics and everything, and he used to campaign against against children and slavery and stuff, and then it manifested into SRA, Satanic Ritual A, and then he accused a family in Hampstead. This isn't... You'd think I was mad if I tried to explain it all. Basically, he pretended to be for the kids, but then he tried to kidnap a kid under knife point and transport him to a different country. But under the guise of that he was saving this kid, we didn't even know him. It's the weirdest thing. The Wilfred Wong story is so weird. The whole Hampstead thing is so weird. I don't think so with Ayub. I don't think he cares. I think he's just saying what he knows and what he doesn't know. And I think when he was talking about the knives and stuff, I think that's just what Mark Williams Thomas has told him. And don't forget, he's not really... I'm not sure if he was notable before on social media, but when you go into something like this, you end up saying just a lot of random stuff. So, but he just seemed to be like he's just going to sit there. He's going to try. I think if he just carries on doing a few lies, people will just get bored in the end. It'll be about a year. They'll get bored and they'll leave him alone after that. Yeah, well, John Wedger still tries to get people to go and visit him, send him letters and cards for his birthday, for Wilfred Wong. And I find that really weird. I thought, oh, he creeps me out, Wilfred Wong does. We'll have a Wilfred Wong, it's all gone, Wilfred Wong night. That'd be a good one. Yeah, I saw him on Sean Atwood first, and I didn't like him. I thought he was creepy. But then again, I wasn't much of a fan of the Sean Atwood show. I was in the early stages, but then, if I remember correctly, Sean Atwood and Sonia Poulton and all that mimicked a kidnapping. And was it? Oh my God! Was that the kidnapping that they mimicked? The pennies just dropped on that. I think that's what it was. Why I didn't even realise. Oh, I think it was. They got drunk one night. I'm sure Sonia Poulton was in on it. Yeah, I'm sure she was, because she had to apologise. It's when kind of stopped making content. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head what happened. Hey up BCTV, nice to see you there. Yeah, part of the Hampstead hoax. I'm glad you've heard of it. He was the one that kidnapped one of the bloody kids in it. Oh, he's so creepy. I don't think the kids were, but he is part of the Hampstead and all that. Yeah, 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's part 2. Wrong turn. That's going to be a good one. Yeah, I've heard about this old storytelling from Sean Atwood. He's very good at business, isn't he? Very good at business management, but I don't know how long you can get away with making up some of these accusations and some of the stuff that he's doing. This stuff that he's doing with John Wedger now, and that divvy girl that's pretending to be Madeleine McCann. She's just pretending that it's not mental health or anything like that. People say, oh, she's got mental health issues. She hasn't. She's a grifter. She's a liar. She's an absolute liar. Mental health don't make you pretend to have a memory. You might sit there and hallucinate and do all sorts of things, but pretend to have a memory. And you remembered you were kidnapped in December. The girl's full of rubbish, absolute crap. Yeah, probably why I did want those white night goggles to look on those bloody kids. The good, the bad, the wedger. Oh, I like it. What, Wilfred Wong? Most probably. 2 wrongs don't make a wedger. Oh, very good. Let's get some of him pants swimming.
It's a bit of a pleasure today because it's without doubt the warmest day I've done it. Not in the water though. Let me just go under. Get my head under. Wow. Let's just show you under this beautiful.
Oh, I remember this one. Why's it stopped?
There we go. Right, here I go. Out for a pants swim, and it's beginning of May. And I've got this.
Can any of you hear this?
So I can do this.
It might be because I've got this headgear on.
Want to get into a bit of serious swimming. So I'm going to do quite a bit of distance today because the sun's out. If you look at that, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Sun's out, guns out.
I'm just going to show you underwater again. Swim under.
It's like he's drowning us. Being drowned by John. Person view.
Hand swimming against depression. Right, how am I going to work this? I'm going to just swim. So here I am.
Oh right, I've got the comment up anyway. Ha ha ha. See, I told you I'm all over the shop tonight. Let's get that rid of. No, wrong one. Let's get that. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Let's move it over there. At least you're not disappointed. At least you got a bit of John there. Look at that. I need to capture that. I'm such a child. No. I'm having a bit of that. Right, let's play it. Let's see. Can we get some
lake in the lovely countryside outside London? Not far outside London. Half hour's drive and you're here.
It doesn't look like a beach whale.
Today's quite a poignant one because I bumped into an ex-colleague from the police the other day, and he's suffering from depression. He's had a bit of a bad turn, and
it's funny, that all these stories about people that he bumps into that are all depressed and wanting to do. I don't know. Maybe walk away, mate.
Things aren't good for him.
You might not
He
be
was
good for
talking to
him.
me about my pants swimming, and hopefully he'll come with me. And I was just telling him of the benefits. So we know that testosterone can be increased, dopamine, adrenaline massively.
Oh. It can adrenaline massively. Do you mean it'll boost your adrenaline?
Adrenaline goes up 500%. Dopamine.
That's a lie. It doesn't go up 500%. 500% isn't even a real fucking figure, mate. Right? Don't talk that blasphemous shit. We're not having that. There's no such thing as 500%.
By 200%. It kickstarts the immune system. It does something to the brain. You see, what it does to the brain is this. It focuses the brain. So when you're in here, you can't be, especially the real cold months, you can't be thinking about irrelevant things. Your mind is on survival, really, but in a nice way. So
How is your mind sticking to survival a nice experience? Right, it would be a much nicer experience if he had like a carer with him. That'd help. A Fistful of Wedges starring Clint Atwood. Oh, I like it. Oh, I bet there's some outtakes on his camera reel, you know. Yeah, the bubbles, you can tell he's trumping away there. He's got the water jetpack on the go. The God quotes. I need to see if I can get into that bingo, you know.
things that
Get those tickets back up. That'd
that
be
we
a good
seen
game.
as important become irrelevant.
Grifter bingo. We'll have to do grifter bingo. One of the squares on grifter bingo is definitely going to have to be terrorising vulnerable people emotionally. That's a free space.
Situation.
Oh, we are. Contributing factors of unaliving history of mental illness, depression, feelings of hopelessness and helplessness, history of obtuse trauma, victim of DV. Okay.
Your body starts to readjust quickly, so the blood goes to the vital organs. So the vital organs get a good hit of blood and they start to purge. So
I'm not sure that's how the vital organs work, mate. I'm not sure that's how it works. I thought blood gets passed to the heart. That's the one major vital organ. But then your other organs have different jobs, don't they? So, if your liver starts passing blood, that's bad, right?
you start cleansing. So all them healing
Next patient, please.
endorphins start kicking in and going to work. So your mind and your body
Hey, Lisa.
start switching on.
Yeah, those speedos with the S
Healing
missing.
starts to begin, and for me, when I'm in the water, it's a spiritual thing. It's like I'm with nature. There's no chlorine in here. There's no stick up.
I would rather be in a bucket. I would rather be in a bucket with chlorine in it than I would in that water. No, thank you. Like, from the stories that we cover, right? Do you know how many bodies are in there? No, thank you. No.
Look, there's no chlorine. There's no lifeguard telling me not to wee in the pool. Or whatever.
Why are you weeing in there, mate? You're urinating in public.
And going to work. So your mind and your body.
It's a little bit yellow on that side, isn't it, people? That might be the reflection of the trees. But, coincidentally, it's looking a bit piss-coloured. John, have you pissed your pants? Here, Polly Pissy Pants.
Start switching on. And healing starts to begin. And for me, when I'm in the water, it's a spiritual thing. It's like I'm with nature. There's no chlorine in here. There's no stick up.
Like, how many dead birds alone are in floating in that? Like, why would you do it? Why would you do it? It's so gross.
Look, there's no chlorine. There's no lifeguard telling me not to wee in the pool. Or whatever. It's just me and nature.
He's getting away from that warm bit now. He's getting himself away.
Quarry.
He's swimming away from it. Oh, what's that? That's a jellyfish. You never know.
Which is fed by an underground stream, so the water is pure. I wouldn't have.
That is not pure water, you liar. That's not pure water. That's not safe to drink. That's not pure water, mate. That's not like fresh from the spring or anything. No, that's not safe to drink.
Okay, drinking gallons of it, but it ain't gonna kill you.
It fucking will, mate. It will. That shit comes from the sea. It will. I would rather tell you it'd kill you than advise you to go and do that. Because it probably will. I would probably win more of a bet. Oh, the sewage. And, like, some were saying that, yeah, and we know that there are companies out there that tip chemicals away, don't they? It might not be an actual company, but you might get, like, a second-rate rubbish removals and what have you not. Tipping what have you not in there, I don't know. But people do contaminate waterways all the time. I wouldn't advise anyone to have a little shot of that. I wouldn't even want to dare him to drink it. That's the thing. You know, the second that goes in, his arse is he's gonna be doing body coughs. That's not gonna work out well. Like, he drink a shot of that, he'll turn that water brown. Be brown town.
It's just going to do the opposite. It makes your skin nice as well. But when it comes to depression,
I'm pretty sure any amount of water is going to make John's skin nice. Like, it's probably the first bit of water it's seen all month under that sweaty coat.
This is a tough measure. It's so easy to take medication. Now, when you get depression, if chemicals.
Oh, that's so good. It's so easy to take medication. That's such good advice. Such good advice. Why don't we just stick to that? If medication's so easy, just advise people to take their medication. If it's so easy. Divvy.
Chemicals haven't caused it. I can't see how
I may have took that personal.
chemicals are going to cure it. We do need medicine sometimes when we have infections and things like that. But mind-altering psychotropic medication, myself, I will be very wary of it. There are some people that may need it. I'm not saying they shouldn't take it and things like that. But what I'm saying is...
But being a public figure, you shouldn't be saying things like that. You shouldn't really be giving the advice out on medication. Right, do what your doctor says. Consult your doctor.
That not all people that are given Prozac and these other antidepressant medicines...
Make sure you got the right doctor.
...deserve them. There is another way. This is long lasting, so after this swim, I will be feeling good for the next 3 days.
Peace had side effects, overall well-being, happiness, sense of achievement, weight loss, muscle tone, lower blood pressure, smiling. Smiling? What, you get a better muscle tone, lower blood pressure, smiling, self-worth, more self-worth, higher immune... How does it heighten your immune system, you little liar? Well, I suppose, in fairness, if you drink that water and you can survive, your immune system is freaking strong, or you're on the edge of death. Might be in a coma. Increased stamina, increased libido. Maybe you should stop swimming, John. If it increases your libido, stop swimming, mate. That's part of your problem, I think.
I will really, really wake up. I was feeling tired. I was thinking about sleeping, going home, going back to bed. But now, I want to do stuff. I want to do things in my day. And every life that is saved from suicide.
See, that's what I think Simon Marks. It's like a watery jetpack under there, isn't it? It's just those bubbles keeping him going. He's probably put the dive gear on the wrong way round. Put it in the wrong hole. I know, it's such bad advice, isn't it? Oh, I bet cold water therapy, I bet it is good, right? I bet aches and pains wise, it has a soothing effect, and it might help with your blood and do all sorts of things, I don't know. But there's a reason that we do have medication for certain things, isn't there? I don't know if we're like a nation of easy complainers now, though, and we feel like we need medication for everything, or that's just me. My back's getting better, though, I'll tell you that now. Do you know when I had a bad throat? For some reason, my back just stopped hurting. Don't know why, it just completely stopped. It gets a little bit uncomfortable every now and then, but that's because I'm sitting down on my chair a lot. Oh, thank you very much, BCTV. Thanks for very much for the $4.99 super chat. No, you can't. You definitely can't stop medication instantly, can you? You do have to speak to your doctor. I think in regards to anything like that, I think the best advice I was ever given, not medication-wise or anything like that, one piece of advice someone gave me was, if you're ever going to go to a therapist, make sure you find one that you like and that you can get on with. If you feel like they're judgmental, they're not going to be very good for you. And I thought that was really, really good advice. I spoke to some good ones, and I spoke to some bloody terrible ones. I don't even know how the therapists, to be honest with you. But I might also be biased. I might like the men more than the women. Whether it's more... I don't know whether that's a thing or what, but with your therapist, it's not a one-size-fits-all, is it? Yeah, and the best advice, don't listen to John Wedger. Don't listen to John Wedger. Oh, some of those therapist apps kill me. Just to... or should I have said that? Should I? Sorry. But like some of the apps, you see them, and the girl's like texting away, and I'm thinking, nah, I'm not sure. It is a good substitute, just texting someone. And I've seen like some reviews of them. Oh, absolutely horrible. About COVID, I think I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not too sure on it. I can't say I know someone so close that I can't think of anyone I know that's passed of it. I know people have been extremely poorly. More than anything, the people that I know have passed of cancer, which has been quite weird. And quite quick as well. Oh, the and then the drawing, When they do that to you, oh, go away. I hate those kinds of therapists. They don't actually listen to you. They're just doing verbal cues just to earn a bit of money.
It's a soul brought back to God. Your life means something, no matter what you loved. And my last video, I've gone about my friend who, after a long battle with depression and many attempts on his own life.
Oh, thanks, John. Thanks for saying things like that.
He eventually did kill himself, and it was just pointless. It was meaningless. It was devastating. I don't know. He thought he was proving a point. He thought he was I don't know. I really don't know. But it was tragic. It was so tragic.
I wonder what he means by he thought he was proving a point.
And also, when you're feeling good, it's nice. It's lovely. It's invigorating. It's beneficial. It's progressive.
What, when you're feeling good?
When you're down, everything just closes in, and I've been there.
Completing a cold water swim can be a daunting experience. John films his swims. He, like everyone else, feels the cold. Okay.
And I'm talking from someone from experience.
Weird that he talks in the third person about himself.
But a positive mindset can solve many problems. And this is my way of putting something back. This is what I think, in fact, for me, I know, has helped me. This has turned my life around. This cold.
How is a self-indulgent exercise putting something back, though? In all fairness, I don't think I'm being overcritical there, but how is in self-indulgence giving something back? It's doing nothing but sorting yourself out, really, isn't it? He's not taking anyone else with him, and I'm glad he doesn't. Well, I wonder what happened to the other people. We've had beautiful weather. Why hasn't he gone out in that?
Water therapy.
Maybe he's been warned.
It's incredible. I absolutely adore it, and I want other people to experience the benefits as well. But this, like I said, this is the first real what class is warm day.
BCTV, that's rough. That's rough. Did you contract it, or was it just the jab itself? Yeah, like, they all seem to be, like, not pension age, but, you know, over the age of a certain, like, 45 and up, but below a pension age. Females, there's been a lot that I know that's passed. It's been weird. I had one, and they were just so faffy about everything. And when I went in there, right, it was filthy. It wasn't nice. And to be honest with you, they used to sell bloody motorbikes in there. So it was a dive anyway. And I don't know, they were just dead faffy. It did me head in. I just kept my mask on. I was quite happy wearing a mask though, to be honest with you. When you got a face like this, a mask is alright, and it kept you nice and warm in the winter. So I wasn't really bothered about that. Mivering. I know when I was little, they tried to do those growth injection things. I'm not sure how far that went. They tried to do us on that. That was because supposedly I wasn't going to have wide enough hips and things like that. I don't know. They were like dead worried about that when I was younger. But I was just a tiny little dot. There wasn't anything wrong with me. I was all in proportion and everything. I was just tiny. Like when I started high school, I was still in baby shoes. I was still in like a size 11. And then by the time I got into year 8, and I'd hit a size 12, and I was just getting into a size 1. When I was a size 1, I felt like I was an actual teenager then. Oh, did you, Nikki? I don't remember actually having him. I remember him talking about it. I honestly, I remember him talking about it. I remember having jabs at school. I'm not sure if I did have any of those ones. I just remember it being in the doctors and I'm saying something about my hips not growing. But it was like a thing in the 90s, wasn't it? And then they just all of a sudden, they said it, like if you research it, it says it was all a success, but do people have those now? It sounds made up, doesn't it? Growth injections. It sounds completely made up. It's just, I just thought it was strange. I've only ever met one person that's had them.
Beginning of May.
And funny enough, the same size and everything as me.
And may the 4th be with you. And I sort of, you can feel the difference, but I've been doing this in the wind, in the rain, in the frost, in the snow, in the ice. I've been in this lake and many others. Incredibly cold. I mean, one of the ones I came here with a hat and a coat on.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get the hat.
Cold, even like that.
You gotta get John Wedger in his hat.
Let alone to strip to my pants and then dive into this water. But I did it and I survived. And like I say, it ain't gonna kill ya.
He could have a danger wang by that water very, very quickly, couldn't he? And then just jump in. You're not going to see anything, are you? And no evidence there, it's all washed away in the sea. Oh, the thought. Oh.
It's going to do the opposite. It's going to breathe life into you. You know, if you want gold, you've got to dig for it. So,
Masons.
Please.
Masons.
Peninsula against depression.
Masons.
It really is.
Masons.
A wonder.
Masons.
Therapy, treatment, a wonder drug. It's incredible. I'm going to look into some of the stats around medication, the pros and cons. But for me,
well, obviously that went over his head because he's not done that, has he?
It got me out of depression. It made me change my life. It made me a better person. It stopped me smoking. It made me virtually cut out alcohol. Still have a little social drink here and there.
I think in regards to medication and all those things that people think that cures depression, I think it's all dependent on the person. If you're willing to take your medication and do all those things and it works well for you, then it'll probably work for you. If you're willing to go and exercise and go out and get fresh air. I'm not saying this out of vain either. I know when I was depressed, a lot of it is because you wallow in your own self-pity in a sense. It's not very nice. It's not very nice. You deteriorate. It's horrible. But you've got to take some responsibility of the misery you cause yourself. But then when you come out of it the other end, you can like reward yourself and feel good about the little things, you know, how you've improved. Like, I used to have like panic attacks near enough every day. I'd go work, I'd have panic attacks, I'd be crying, I'd be a right bloody mess. How I can go weeks now, even months without having a panic attack. It's strange. It seems like that was a different life now. It's weird.
But it made me lose weight. I started getting
Still get sad and everything though. Still have panic attacks.
No matter what I did, didn't make much difference. It made me look after myself.
And you got, I always thought was really difficult as well when people used to do, oh, thank you very much, Kelly. That's really sweet. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Like when people make things difficult for you, you know, like when you try, like when you're going through that, you'll go through phrases of like trying to exercise and do random stuff to, you know, try and people just roll their eyes at you and stuff. Do you know what? I would have thought things would have been a lot easier if people wouldn't have been so difficult. But then I realised, you know, you can't always control everybody, and sometimes people are difficult for no bloody reason. And it makes it easier to cope with when you realise, hang on, we're all difficult. Just got to try and just overcome it and move on.
And it made me cope with problems. Simple.
Just do what's right
therapy,
for you.
Cold water therapy. Don't know. I don't think anyone's ever done one of these videos whilst in a freezing cold lake. Let's go underwater again.
I remember the punching someone in the arm.
Right.
I remember when they got their jab and you'd punch them in the arm. Oh my God, is that a throwback? Is that a throw? Did they peanut you in school as well? Like, I don't know how many, there's at least 3 people nearly died at my school by being peanutted. And that was when, there's a reason why all kids have clippy ties now. Because it used to be when you pull one side of the tie really, really tight, the other side just tightens up and you literally cause a knotted noose. Horrible, horrible. Someone tried to do it to me once and I weren't having none of it. I was like, no. Weren't happening to me. Pretty sure I got in loads of trouble for that. I think I got detention. Someone tried to peanut me. Every time I thought, like, if I used to fight people back in school, oh my God, I'd always get in trouble. Because I just wouldn't let people take the mick out. Well, they used to always take the mick out of me. But if they were going to do it, I was going to smack them for it. You know, it was going to happen. Or they'd smack me. many a times. I weren't good at fighting, believe me. Oh, that's good to hear, Nikki. That's good to hear. You just take one thing at a time. Take what I think the best thing that worked personally for me really was concentrating on these unidentified cases and just getting to sleep. And actually getting sleep. Once I started a sleeping routine and I stuck to it, it really did help. Although I'm a little bit off track though. Well, that's only because I've been doing a few things. I remember getting tangoed. That was a bad advert, wasn't it? Tangoed. Oh, I've been tangoed loads of times. It hurts so much. But have you seen that one in Glee, right? Where they called it, where it's called getting glizzed, where they'll get do you know, a slush puppy. Basically, they get a slush puppy and they'd throw it in their classmate's face, right? Oh, the pain of that, I can imagine. I bet that's painful. I bet that's horrible. Yeah, my dog was my therapist. My dog sorted me out. If it weren't for my dog. Yeah, getting tangoed. But Glizzard, oh, I'm glad that didn't exist when I was younger. Can you imagine when we were younger, we had camera phones in school? Just about when I was turning, 13, 14, they started really getting popular. They may have took like 1 or 2 mad videos. Right, that's another thing. That's another thing. But they only had Bebo back then. Do you remember Bebo? Was that the same time as MySpace, or was it before then? Go on, Bebo. Probably not just yet. Probably not get a dog just yet. I think I'm gonna just concentrate on sorting my garden out, sorting my house out, and then maybe look at adopting a dog. I might have a look at adopting a little whippet or something, but not too close just yet. But I like whippets. I had whippets when I was younger. I had a little ginger one. Oh, such beautiful little dogs. They've got long noses and so sweet. Oh, I love dogs. Oh, I want my dog so much. I just want to kiss her nose. Yeah, give you a daily love out on Bebo. I don't know about getting a cat, you know.
Let's go for a dive.
I might even get a cat yet, I'm not sure.
Wow.
What happened then? I missed that. What's he got in his hand? John took his pants off! John's took his pants off, people. John's took his pants off. Did anyone else just see that? Did anyone else? Did anyone? That was like in plain sight. Surely he didn't just do that.
But for me, it got me out of depression. It made me change my life.
I've got to make
It
sure
made me
you
a better
guys.
person. It stopped me smoking. It made me virtually cut out alcohol. Still have a little social drink here and there, but it made me lose weight. I started getting bloated, and
Might have gone back a bit too
didn't
too
make much
far.
difference. It made me look after myself, and it did. It made me cope with problems.
I think John might be wearing
Simple
thongs.
Therapy, cold water therapy.
Don't.
Don't know. I don't think anyone's ever done one of these videos whilst in a freezing cold lake. Let's go underwater again. Right, let's go for a dive. Therapy. Don't know. I don't think anyone's ever done one of these videos whilst in a freezing cold lake. Let's go underwater again.
Ah, I missed it. Oh, it's a dead body. John. John, what you got in your hands? John, what's that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Did he just whip them off? Does anyone know? Did he just whip them off? John. John, it's got warm in here, mate. It's got... John! Where's my chat? I've lost my chat. Oh! Are you seeing this? There's quite a lot of holes in those pants. Nikki, I don't know what one of those things are. I thought at first it was actually a ball gag, to be honest with you. Well, it might be that lacy lingerie. Well, you don't know how it was quite small in those red pants, wasn't it? But why would you go swimming with one thing in your hand and you got something else? Oh man. Got a good face. Oh man.
I think anyone's ever done one of these videos whilst in a freezing cold lake. Let's go underwater again.
Alright. Exactly the same spot as before. How did I manage to pause it on the same spot? And I think that's like near enough spot on from before as well. That's weird. But they do. Steve, are you with me? They look like thongs. Lacy thongs. They might be an Ann Summers special, you know, on sale at the back of the store for £1.50. Because no one really wants them because they look a bit too thin and they don't look like they're going to last the night. My friend said.
Right, let's go for a dive. Let's go for a dive.
Let's go for a dive. Back under again. Back under again.
Wow. How good was that? I'm going to get myself a...
John has witnessed in front of his own eyes a man unalive. A guy jumped off a tall building. In doing so, he tried to drag John with him. Well, unlucky for some. I get the old sentiment, 2 birds, 1 stone and all that.
Drone. So, I usually do a mile in here. A few ups and downs and it's a mile. But I'm going to stay in here a little while today. I'm going to put my head...
He must be in a lake then, if he's saying doing ups and downs. Or does he mean across? But across you can't do... Well, I don't know.
I'm on. And then do the vid, go back, sort this round. And then do a swim with the head cam on. So
And we are. Here's another one that was obsessed. John recalls a horrifying incident. What sticks in his mind most? Was that the man appeared possessed? It was as if he was under orders to unalive himself. Well, I think that might have just been like his mental health, mate.
you can see it. And, please, pants film against depression. Be sad, don't be sad. It really does work. Really does work. It's fantastic. Alright, well,
You wouldn't expect, would you, for a former police officer to be scared of someone that's wanting to unalive themselves, thinking they were demons. Like, I bet, like when he was a police officer, it was a bit like Life on Mars, wasn't it? But without actually doing anything.
God bless everyone. I want to open a pants swimming school. Okay? Pants swimming school. I don't know how that would go down well. So, right, let me just go in and change this camera around, and I'll go for a nice swim. I'm going to stay in for about half an hour today because I love it. I absolutely love it. Right.
Choose life and choose Jesus. Oh. Antidepressant medication. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it netted drugs companies $15 billion last year. Not a lot, is it? Antidepressant medication. It's a multi-billion-dollar oh, there we go. I'm reading the same thing. Fluoxetine, sertraline, paroxetine, fluvoxamine, citalopram, excitalopram. I hate medication. All our prescriptions, antidepressant medication. Also the world's most widely prescribed medication. McDonald's is probably the most popular fast food restaurant out there, but it isn't responsible for everyone being, for anyone's weight issues, is it? It's a contribution. Insomnia, diminished interest, loss of blood's ability to clot, damage to a fetus, brain damage, inhibit ejaculation, John. Like, why are you talking about having the old? Why are you talking about having a wank? High blood pressure, and most worrying, unaliving thoughts. I'm not sure, mate. I'm worried about the ejaculation. Someone's got to have footage of him drunk, surely. Surely that'd be funny. He says pants women is free. But what is that sound in the background, John? Oh, right, yeah, I've got to stop this nonsense, haven't I forgot. John! Bloody hell, John. This should be... Look, it's John in his hat. Oh, you get to see John in his hat. Let me just check my chat first. Put you on a bit of suspense. Loch Ness has got him. He's like, Lockie is just sucked me off into the lake. Do you think he ever goes in that water and pretends to be... Like, if I was a man and I had one, why don't you pretend to be a submarine? Tell me you wouldn't. Just float on your back a little bit. I think the thongs made me a little bit too happy. I think the gay whales need saving, especially when we've got John in that water. We might have if he's doing in that water what I think he's doing, we might have a new species of fish. Well, that's a massive tadpole. It's like when you put a goldfish in a pond, it just grows bigger. So there's a load of Johns just floating around, just swimming in a lake somewhere. Cry me a wedger. Cry me a river. Sonia. Peter couldn't find me in the river, but John would be the one to push you in. Jonathan and Mary pushed you. John would be like, listen, we'll just get over to that bridge over there. That's why Peter Folding was so adamant about the bridge and why everyone was on the bridge. Do you think they're just going up to the news reporters and just pushing them in? You're going in. And then Peter comes up in his little rubber dinghy with his sonar. Oh, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Can you just imagine? He's like, Nino, I've got my sonar. I'll come and recover you. I'll leave you alone, you weirdo. He just pushed me in. He's your mate. Oh, them pants got me in a good mood. They got me in a good mood. Let's have a look at Brew of a View. Hang on, let's put the theme tune on.
Where'd you watch? Where'd you watch? Where'd you watch? Where'd you watch?
A brew with a view, he's coming for you.
WEDGER watch crew, John WEDGER. Where'd you watch? 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 Where'd you watch?
1 sec, I'm just gonna nip and get a drink.
Where'd you watch? Where'd you watch? Where'd you watch? Where'd you watch?
A brew with a view, he's coming for you.
WEDGER watch crew, John WEDGER. Where'd you watch? 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 Where'd you watch?
A brew with a view, he's coming for you.
WEDGER watch crew, John WEDGER. Where'd you watch? 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 Where'd you watch?
A brew with a view, he's coming for you.
WEDGER watch crew, John WEDGER. Where'd you watch? 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 Where'd you watch?
A brew with a view, he's coming for you.
WEDGER watch crew, John.
We're back. We're back. We're back. Stan. Sorry about your wait there. Right, let's move this down so you can see it. Might be a good start, eh? Hey. I'm out of breath now. Oh, I'm loving the use of the emojis. I need that Masons one off Scott. Masons. Oh, it's a vibe. It's so good. We need to get DJ Vic to turn it into some kind of like dubstep or something. I don't know, something. That needs to be a raving tune, that. Blowjobs, brown bikinis. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good old classic from Scott. He's got some great tunes on that Centuries channel, hasn't he? I thought I'd finished. No, I was just running off for a drink. I'll do the Peter song in a bit. We'll have a watch of WEDGER Ledge. WEDGER dear Ledger. Oh, moaned on cram then. Oh. You know, what was that? Microphone? Microphone? Bloody racist, that. We already told Nigella about the microwave, right? Microphone. We're not having that. What kind of Jimmy Savile nonsense is that? It is a nice view, isn't it? Can you imagine New Year from that view? That must be beautiful. It must be a really nice view. And yet, there's nothing up there. No chairs, nothing. I'd make that a bloody little paradise up there. I'm not sure if you can grow a banana plant on a roof, but I'd try. I would try. Tipping us over the wedge. You want a sonar? Let's have a bit of
Peter falling couldn't find me in the river.
Oh, my desktop audio wasn't
He
on.
had no chance of being the one.
I didn't realise that then for the WEDGER watch.
If Peter falling found me in the river, then Peter falling should go in the bin. John Bridger is swimming in the river in his pants. Keep your children safe from his wetty hands. Peter falling looks for dead bodies with solar.
absolutely love that bit. I love the fact that I added that on at the end. Just made that song. I think it's so good.
Casts. We've seen. Whoa.
Should be able to hear it now. Sorry, guys.
That's hard. Just been hit by a big hit of wind. The reason I've had to. There's a reason I'm gonna. Let's get the 200. I'll show you something in a minute. He's like to bounce back then. Right. Here we go. 200 there. There we go. Very windy over west. I'm gonna head to the safe confines of. I'm gonna go over this way today. I'm gonna go towards Camden. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a bit more leeward over Camden. Something different
Bloody hell, mate, you're spicy, aren't you? You went to the other side of the roof today.
about me today. I'm gonna spin it round. You'll see why. Let's spin it round.
Are you ready for this? You're ready for this?
I am the proud owner of a hat.
Oh my God, I paused it perfectly.
So I'm wearing it today. Some lovely individual called Terry has bought.
That is I need that as a picture. That's going in the John Wedger file, in the PDF file. Oh, what a picture. Apart from that white smudge, I'll see if I can remove that.
Bought me a hat. I've had to tie it up, and I thought I'd show the world my hat today. So I've never not worn a hat since I was a probationer constable and I had to wear them awful police hats, but because it rained on my head.
It looks like. Where have you got that from, mate? Have you found that hat? What is it? What was he thinking with this hat? Take care, chumper. Have a nice night, my love. People are like, what's sonar got to do with anything? You're walking down the cereal aisle in Asda. Brew with a view. It is an odd choice of hat, though. Like, even the town crier wouldn't wear that as a hat. They'd be like, nah. Too outdated, mate.
I want to reconnect. Right, sorry that we've got connection issues. Very, very windy today. I'm going to go out of the way. So I've got a hat. Got a hat here. So thank you, Terry, for my hat.
Oh, it's that string. That's the equivalent of Velcro on your shoes, isn't it? The string round the neck. Like, you're not really... Why has he got it? Does he think he's like... I'm trying to think. What's the dude that took the thing? Went to find a goblet in the movie. Oh. I can't think of the movie name. Gonna make the chat work. Ha! Crocodile Dundee. It is Crocodile Dundee. Crocodile Runcorn, that's what it is. I like a good hat, but a terrible hat, no thanks. That likes it smells of like the outside. Like, Joe, when you've left something in the rain.
Absolutely brilliant. If you don't want to get noticed, wear a hat. Right, we've got some, yeah, so it's like a bit like one of them Aussie hats.
We got 2 for 1. We got another mug. It's the Lion King, London. It's gone and seen the Lion King. That means he's been near kids.
All right, Mush. Hello, Paula. Hello, everyone. Right, I'm going to go round out the wind. I don't want to lose my hat. If I lose my hat, it'll end up. God knows where it'll end up. I've got my brew. Still got my Disney cup. My word, it's not proper windy out here. Right. We got a campaigner called Jimmy the Hat.
Can you imagine if he worked in your building? You're like, hey, Hey, where's John? What's John doing? He's like, listen, mate, he's dressed in leather. All leather. He's even got a leather hat. He's pulled the thing up right up to his chin and he's walking around in circles on the roof. Why has no one arrested him for that? Where's the fashion police when you need them?
Can be Johnny the Hat. Right, we got some information today. We're going to start sharing the fruits of our hard work.
Oh.
Big thank you to yesterday to Nikki Cooper.
John Wedger, a demon killer. It's not windy, is it? It's just him blasting one off. Blasting one out the airs. Well, that's the top of the building where supposedly he works at. He's always in the building in it. I don't know whether it's like a YM or it's a community hostel or something similar to that. Seems to be like a hostel or a YM. That's what it seems to be. He's probably like one of the older ones that work in the office for their board.
The 2 with a brew is taken off with a storm, incredibly successful, phenomenal comments. Nikki's going to start having her own show, but due to the success of it,
Oh, so this is when Nikki started separating from him. Was this the Wonder Years? Was this the year that broke John Wedger? Looks like it. It looks like a very sensitive time in his life.
so God bless Nikki. God bless Nikki, doing incredibly well. Incredibly well. Yeah, I know my hat's going to get blown off in a minute. So I'm going to sort of go around into like the leeward stance of all this. And let's get out of the way, let's get out of the way.
Undertaker from WWE.
Right, so that's it. Anyway.
That don't suit you, John. That don't suit you, mate. Some people don't suit. That don't suit him. What the fuck kind of hat is that? It don't know whether to be a cowboy hat or a top hat. It doesn't know what it is.
What's been happening over the last week? The trolls, I don't know what's happening with them. Not really worried about them. I'm not really bothering to respond to any of that anymore because I'm not here to provide information for them, and they're all nuts. Honestly, they are all nuts.
He says that. He says, I'm not here to provide information for the trolls, but here we are.
All crackers. Where should I go? I'm going to have to find somewhere because I want to read out some info. Yeah, Nikki's doing good. Doing really good. Today, we met with politician.
How did Sean Atwood see this? How was Sean seeing this and thought, do you know what? As a viable man, I need to snap that picture too. We got some crackers on this. That's a good one. Two-Face John. How was Sean not seeing him walking around on that roof and thought, I'm not going to have you on the show? I would have been like, no mate, you're not coming nowhere near me and my kid. Twelves. Me friends. He should be selling used horses. Wrangling a horse on a roof. Do you know what? He probably would attempt to sell someone a horse from a roof. That's something John would do. And he's like, I can't sell my horse, I don't know why no one wants to buy it. It's like, 'cause I can't get down on the fucking roof, mate. You fucking divvy. How did you get it up there? Thinking of fake scenarios for John Wedger. Used horse salesman. Definitely. Used horses insurance. Wedger on the roof. That might be part of his surveillance gear. He's undercover. Why he's dressed as like a vampire killer, I honestly don't know. You could also say he looks like Jack the Ripper.
Probably the only politician campaigning against child abuse. Pretty much stands alone. We had a very, very intense meeting with.
Serious conversation though. Really? What's campaigning, what's protesting on the streets really going to do directly for child A, right? I don't think ever there's ever been a PDF file that's thought, oh my God, John's protesting at Wembley today. I won't touch that kid. I don't think that. I don't think they do that. I think they just carry on nonetheless.
With him.
Wilfred
Info is going to Priti Patel. Priti Patel has agreed to meet me. She's aware of the work that I've been doing. Along at the meeting was a member of our security team and Jeanette.
From the hip. But we don't mean swinging a weapon, we mean swinging.
And you know, we went through so much stuff. It's a start. A national newspaper has agreed to sort of follow some of our movements. Again, I'm going to start getting a little bit more secretive now because it's just too much information gets out. It gets into the hands of the dissenters and the trolls, and they just go out there deliberately trying to cock everything up. And they do it on purpose, and they do. You know, these aren't people that are campaigners. These are, what you do is when you campaign, you go out there to go against the establishment. You don't go out there to attack others that are campaigning. It's not on, but this is what they do. And anyway.
Well, they're actually campaigning against actual CAs, aren't they? That's why they campaign against you, because obviously you want to watch CP with your audience, and also that John Cooper, that supposedly there's something to do with child trafficking or something on that one. Who knows what's going on with that bloke? He's a right weirdo too.
Lots of people joining our security team. We've got a very, very solid team now. We got, well, to say we got a little car drop of proper toughies is an understatement. We've got a lot of experienced military guys. We've got a lot of, all of them are close protection officers.
Sounds a bit like Peter Folding, that does, doesn't it? All my guys are ex-military guys. Remember when Peter Folding was like, listen, if you're going to say it with a blank face, come down to my office and meet my army. Turns out there's like 2 of them and the rest are just agency.
Not all the military, yeah, we've got quite a few MMA lads now, and they're needed. They're needed now because we're in a dirty battle, and we are. So you either got one, you either go all, unfortunately, and you know, it's good. You know, we're out there as a proactive unit against Satanism and against child abusers, and
he's gonna go out there and slay those demons. He's proactive. He's proactive against in the facilitation of CA.
Mate, we're pushing now that the government deal with it properly, and that they recognise. Like I likened it to like assault. So you could beat someone up. If you beat them up and you mouthed off about their sexuality or their race, then it will be classed as a hate crime. So you'll get a statute offence that will be categorised differently. So we want abuse. So
on the actual why he's on the roof. So this was one of his like hotshot ideas that he was going to start and go viral with and do a brewer review. Then there's pants swimming. And then there's he's done all sorts, hasn't he? Voice for the voiceless. We've got redemption, all sorts of things, and all they are is just John filming himself on a mobile phone or a laptop with someone else, or him just walking around like a madman on a roof or around the streets, mainly the red light areas.
To be categorised differently if it has got a satanic element attached to it, which quite a lot of what we're dealing with has.
Why do you think my microphone's red? In case I attract John WEDGER.
we've got Private Eye magazine, this so-called satirical, tongue-in-cheek pamphlet, really, with this guy Ian Hislop, who's always on these Have I...
Is that coat broke as well? I think it might be. There's a tab on the side there that keeps flapping. I think his coat might be broke. Why does he look like bloody Indiana Jones? That's it! Indiana Jones! You're all tanned up. I bet he swung that weapon a few times, windmilled it around a good old field or two.
I've got news for you. They hate the work that I've been doing and the group have been doing. They have attacked me on many occasions. Ian Hislop, what a despicable maggot of a man. And he is. And there is information.
That hat like it's made from the same material as a tent. Like it's got a wire around it. I don't know what's going on with that hat. It looks horrible on him.
Information about this guy. Hopefully at some point can be put out. He uses this just snake of a woman called Rosalind Waterhouse. Again, you can Google her, there's enough nonsense on her. Whenever a victim or survivor of satanic abuse comes out, Rosie Waterhouse puts out a derogatory story about them trying to rubbish anything. So when you see these Have I Got News...
Oh, so Rosie Waterhouse debunked you and all your fake victims then? That's what it sounded like to me. Said the same thing about El Coyote as well.
You with this bloke Ian Hislop. The bloke is a great to go. You're gonna, and someone's gone.
See, that's the demons attacking you there, John. Been naughty. They weren't letting you film the rest of that sentence.
Going on about Android Power Disney. So you know what? Fuck androgyny and fuck Go. Don't use this as a platform to go on about that, please. So whoever that is, I'm sorry, but we're not having any of that nonsense anymore. They're both nuts. Right, so where was I? So we're looking at now.
So I wonder what his problem with Anne is. I know Anne was on the old Sean Atwood show. But some of the stuff they come out with, it's just weird, man. Right? They act like they know fucking the ins and outs of every single police operation. And sometimes, you know, when someone's over egging the pudding, right? You want to be nice to people, you want to be nice, and then it just turns out they're just, nah. Something about her just makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable.
Now, Private Eye magazine digging at us, which is seen as an accolade by Wilfred Wong, and he said if these people are having a go at you, you are doing a good job. You're seriously doing a good job. Right, now to our dissenters, who turn around and state that satanic abuse is a myth and does not go on. I want to say a big thank you to one of our integral members, Stu, again not naming anymore. Stu has been doing the research for us. God bless you, Stu, in what you're doing. Thank you so much, Stu. Now, Stu, oh God, this door is banging. Frick. This is mad. Well, I'm going to sort of go leeward now. I go leeward. Let's sort of go. Don't want that light shining on your faces. Right. Now we've got our freedom of information stuff back. Let's put me brew up there. Put our brew up there. Right. Here we go. So here's one up the trousers for all those who say satanic abuse is a myth. Right, Wilfred Wong produced a list of, I think, 12...
It's fake. It's fake. It's all made up by Christians. Well, I wouldn't even like to call them Christians, to be quite honest with you. Right, I know I'm not like big on religion or anything like that, but even to find people like them really insulting. Really insulting.
12 or 15 cases of convictions in Crown Courts over the last 15 so years, which were child abuse, which were linked to Satanism. God bless you, Wilfred. You are an absolute star. Right, now, freedom of information requests from 40 police forces. Right, 11 of these forces state that SRA exists and these cases have been reported to them. 6 have said no.
Right, hang on. That they exist and they've been reported. Well, you can only say that that crime's existed if someone's been convicted for it, right?
But then again, it depends on what search engine they've used. So we're going to refine the search on that and try it again with them, because it's all down to keyword searching. Right, a few haven't responded as of yet. Now, we're going to go through them. We're going to try and keep them in order. And this is over the last decade or so. Cumbria have had 1. Warwickshire 1. Derbyshire 2. Sounds like the old Pauls I used to read out on a Saturday. Dorset, I should do it in regional accent, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? And try and offend people with that. Dorset. All them accents all sound like they're from Norfolk anyway, so I won't bother that. So
Bloody hell, mate, you sound about to pass out. What was going on there? You proper went... He went a bit bloody southwest there, didn't he?
in regional accent, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? And try and offend people with that. Dorset. All them accents all sound like they're from Norfolk anyway, so I won't bother that. So Dorset have had 3. Right, Wiltshire 6. Good old Wiltshire. We said Warwickshire, Warwickshire 1. Hang on a second. Leicestershire 12. Northamptonshire 14.
Oh, we got some shots of the hat earlier. The hat had me in pieces earlier. The more you look at it, the worse it gets. You think it looks shit now. Wait till you see it a bit further on, it looks worse. I don't know how it looked worse.
Staffordshire 25. And right, the last one.
Yeah, well, Staffordshire is the spice central of the UK, mate. Of course it's got to be 25. They all think they're being done over by demons. Because they are. They're on spice.
Has 32. Now, can anyone hazard a guess? My word, this is proper mad wind. Hang on. Let me try and get going down the alley, the alley of justice. Right, can anyone hazard a guess as to what county has 32? I'll give you a second. Please write in. Right, 32. Surrey. So we've had one of...
Well, ain't that a surprise? So close to home to John Wedger, there's been 32. I bet they all know John, don't they? I bet every single one of those people that made those accusations, probably bar one, that was probably a spice head anyway, the odd one that's floating about. But I bet they all know John.
One of the leading therapists for SRA are saying that Surrey is a hot spot. We've had Jeanette, and her story's been corroborated again, Surrey. And now we've got it officially, as it stands at the present time, Surrey far surpasses any other county for SRA. So Surrey is absolutely awash with it. Right.
What kind of crisp do you think John eats? I think he's a bit of one of those where you have to salt it yourself. Likes to be in control of everything, doesn't he? He's like, I'm fucking salting it myself, then pours a load of salt in there. Ugh.
Right, well done, Dylan Efford. You will win a swift kick in the Jacobs. Well done. Hello, Sir Dar, my good man. Good on you, sir.
Do anyone placing a bet if John could do a swift kick without falling over? You ever see when someone does a kick and they kick too high and they just fall on the back? I can just imagine that for John. Just there on his back like a bug. Legs and arms in the air. Drunk, trying to get up.
Serdar. Right, so...
We need a drunk
Sorry,
video,
alright,
John.
so this is how it stands. So, for all those who say SRA don't exist, well, there's nearly 100 cases there. And
He likes his cosplay of the homeless.
that's only out of really 1/3 of the forces that have responded. So we've got 2/3 yet to come back. So we might be surprised. We might end up with 300 cases. So there you go. All All right. So this myth of SRA has been reported to the police and investigated, and some of these involve animal mutilations as well. All right, Hampshire. Hampshire are a weird force, man.
What, are you just going to move on from that, John? What do you mean, animal mutilation? What are you talking about? What, like sacrificing a goat? Or are you on about, like, my dog? Because, like, I don't know. Socially, it's different, isn't it? Your pet's got a bit more respect than a goat. But still, like, it's a goat, innit, man? Like, at least talk about children all the time. What about the poor bloody animals? Give them 5 minutes of your time. Don't their lives matter?
Hampshire were really...
Oh, did anyone see? That Charlotte girl from the royal family whip that horse? Oh, horrible. Oh, I'm not even going to show it. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. She sits there whipping a horse. Right, there's another rider riding the horse, and they're encaged in, like, a barn or whatever, and she's, like, whipping the horse. You can hear the crack of the whip hitting the horse. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. Always been something about equine girls, aren't there? They're either a stalker or a serial killer.
Really weird when I was doing the tracking down the paedophiles. Hampshire were incredibly obnoxious, but then again, their chief constable at the time was Paul Kernahan. Paul Kernahan, their chief constable, who is on the Rains list. So Paul Kernahan, Hampshire. You've got Wiltshire. You've got that lovely, lovely chief constable in Wiltshire, Mike Veal, who was hounded for exposing child abuse on a national, international and satanic level. He was hounded and still is hounded, right? And then you've got Paul Kernahan, the chief constable of Hampshire, named as being on the Rains list, and nothing, absolutely nothing. So are we appalled at that?
We need to make a list, don't we? We need to make a list. Unfortunately, we need to make 2, right? Because you may be a grifter, but you might not be a quidder kidder, right? So we can't lump all grifters in the same pile as a quidder kidder, can we? But we'll have to do lists, won't we? The quidder kidders. We need a more official list name. We had the Elm Guest House. We've had the Rains list. We've had the flight list. The flight logs. That I called a log, that one. They made it different. We'll have to think of a name, chat. What we're going to call it. I'd call it all, and we'll put all that Bill Maloney and Wilfred Wong on it and all that.
If so, let's write into the Policing and Crime Commission of Hampshire and say, why is Paul Kernahan on a Rains list, on a list of satanic abusers, and has that in any way compromised what he's done? So there we go, there's a list. So that's gonna. So we've got Private Eye magazine attacking us once again. We've got loads of nonsense still coming out. I think this Pal Disney idiot woman and who else? I don't know, someone else.
So I wonder what was going on there. Did they? I thought John and Angela Enza Frizzy were friends, because she claims to be an SRA victim. All right, want to know where that was at? And then we've got she's also some other thing, not adrenochrome, something else. She was some CIA experiment that she thinks she was a victim of as well, which is amazing, isn't it? Two of the most prolific conspiracy theories that have not really been proven to be factual at all, and you're a victim of them both. Oh, I don't like that Angela Enza Frizzy. She's a right little one, she is. I went on her channel, and you go on there. She thinks she's not very bright. She's not very bright. She's not a clever grifter anyway. She tried to do those subliminal messaging. where you put up a quick message. Well, you're supposed to indicate what the person needs to do. So, like, McDonald's did it, didn't they? Where they'd show a little bit of the advert. And it made the viewer crave a McDonald's. Right? Well, she did a picture from a GoFundMe. Well, unless you've been to a GoFundMe, you don't know what the picture is. And it's not a direct picture of her either. It's her years ago. Probably one. It's like one on a horse on a wedding day or something. I don't know what they were doing. For someone to gone through all that nonsense though, SRA, you sure had a nice wedding.
Androgyny, well, you know, I find them quite entertaining, them androgyny things. I mean, how can you take that seriously? Someone dressed up as a pantomime dame with all this bizarre satanic type makeup on, and this bizarre camp Scouse accent, berating me and many others. It's entertainment value through the roof.
Well, in all fairness, Anne rubs me up the wrong way, trying to be like Lily Savage, not having that.
Right, so there we go, there we have it. All right, so
Even
all's good in the hood.
now as well.
Loads coming up, loads coming up. It's gone absolutely crazy once again. All right, and thank you to everyone.
The problem is when you realise that most of these YouTubers, like all Sean Atwood's little monkeys in the background and his previous guests, they're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. They're on near enough every channel. Mods are everywhere. It's madness. Sassy! You remember? Oh, I love it. Check your emojis. You've got some pants. It's a bit of a weird hat, isn't it? Oh, do you think he's probably tried to be a scout leader? Takes the kids in the woods to start a fire. It's just him and a lighter and the kids' clothes. Bloody hell, John. Bit morbid. Bit much, mate. Bit much, John.
Everyone, you know, for their help, you know, and thank you for my hat. Thank you for my Dan. That's all we're going to say at the moment. Just his name, Dan, is a guy to do with the security team. Dan needs a bit of funding regarding.
Oh, there's a mention of the security team. That's his surveillance team that he had where he was spying on people. Like, surely he should have been punished for that. Definitely, that's prison time, that, invading people's privacy.
Covert equipment, so if anyone wishes to get in touch.
Right, like John, those Just Stop Oil protesters, they're going to prison for like 4 years. As much as I hate what they do, right, and I absolutely hate what they did, I don't like that form of protest. Whether you like protesting or not, I don't think that's right. That photo of them throwing the soup over that painting is so hurtful. It's so hurtful, but I think it's just like a personal feeling and shit. But as much as I don't like what they do, I don't believe 4 years in prison is fair. I honestly don't think it's fair. It's a monetary value to somebody else, but that's never reflected for anybody else in the courts. Why is it only with money? Why is only money that you get more of a sentence for? When it comes to children, and like I talk about that case, don't I, with the former GP that was caught with over 1 million images and 2.5 years in prison. How was that a fair comparison? I would swap that painting any day to ensure that person was off the streets. Any day of the week. I don't think that that 4-year sentence is fair. I honestly don't think. But we have to. If you're going to give out 4-year sentences for that, And I don't understand why the court are taking in the monetary value of things. The court's supposed to be like, if they can't even give like compensation to real victims of crime, some people get like 100 quid. 100 quid. And what? We're going to put like someone away for 4 years. How much more money is that going to cost? I suppose they can't send them on like, whatchamacallit, on community, what is it? CS. Community service, there we go. You can't send them on community service because they just enjoy it, wouldn't they? It's part of the course of the day. They love a good Ivies.
And in any way sort of fund some covert equipment, then feel free, and it will be put onto someone who can show you how to facilitate that. All right? So, brilliant. And we're going to be calling out for some proactive sort of information regarding...
I think a good result, 20 years in prison for John Wedger. Right? Put out a good example. Start taking those other people down. You start taking the... That's what the National Crime Agency needs to do, you know. Take a good 5 of those out, put them in prison for good double figures, right? And I bet you half of those accusations will start slowing down because people will realise they can't make up fucking stories. It's not worth it.
These locations of these venues, because they are all about. So it's coming out, it's slowly coming out. All right, please let us back into Pepsi. Let's get our little man out and about. We need Peps out there. So thank you so much for our freedom of information stuff. It's really, really moving forward. Honestly, we are taking this to such a professional level.
But what's the point of doing freedom of information requests just asking how many accusations have been? Accusations don't mean shit. That's a Mark Williams Thomas thing, innit? I should have cottoned on to that. Mark Williams Thomas likes to do that, doesn't he? So he will get the whoever's making these complaints, get them to report it, and then report it in the media. But they're actually getting proof in the middle, so then they can then report it to the media. Sneaky, sneaky.
It really is. It's really, really going good, and we're elevating it. So we're getting ourselves out the sewer. That is the social media stuff, really. You know, we'll still be on here, still doing what we're doing, but
Get yourself out of the sewer. He's on. Isn't he on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok? Oh, and Rumble. He's on more social media than I am. I'm not even allowed on Instagram.
You know,
I don't even know why. I don't even know why I'm not allowed on Instagram. I can't get an account on there to save my bloody life.
we're going to start collating information now and seeing if we can get the government to do something. If not, we'll do it. All right? People need to support. We need to all work as a group. This is why division is so destructive. Be careful of those that cause division, because it just destroys everything. Destroys everything, it really does.
Do you know that meme with Ariana Grande?
Right.
Where she's sitting there and there's just a shadow of the big willy right on her face. Ah, what I would give if someone to put a dildo in that light. What I would give. That would be absolutely hilarious. Who has hands on hula? Do you know from Dodgeball? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What's that? Straight in peace.
So Nottingham tomorrow. There's a protest in London the week after, and it's all going good. Yeah, got a horse on the roof. Yeah, hat. Let's see, I've got a hat. I've never had a hat.
On the roof.
Never.
See, someone else said it. They just said a horse on the roof.
And it's all going good. Yeah, got a horse on the roof. Yeah, hat. Let's see, I've got a hat. I've never had a hat. Never ever had a hat. Unreal, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you forgetting you were an officer, John? What do you mean you never had a hat? That's a face of a liar, isn't it? That's a face of a liar. He's such a liar. Never had a hat. I'm pretty sure I've seen him with a baseball cap on before. This is 3 years ago. I'm going to do my research. I bet you I find a picture of him with a hat on. Bet you.
How things have changed. Who
Or I'll
would have
just
thought?
forget.
Me wearing a hat.
Bad bet that is, actually.
God's sake, what next day? Leather chaps, I suppose. That'll give androgyny something to do a video about, wouldn't it? Me and leather chaps. Alright, anyway, God bless everyone.
Why? What's Anne going to do to you? In your leather chaps? Why did you think of Anne? A bit of a random avenue to turn down, mate.
Hopefully see people tomorrow. Look forward to it. Alright? And more podcasts to come. We've got some good podcasts coming. Alright? Right, big respect to everyone. Goodbye.
Oh, we got more podcasts. I'll just pause that for a second, sort my chat out, because that's gone a bit skew-if. There we are. How old is he now? And he's now only just got a hat. In 2021 was the first time John got a hat. Chaps, cowboy boots. We want the vest, leather vest. A gun holster, no gun in it. A tool belt. We want a tool belt as well. Make you look like you're coming out of the one of the band of the YMCA. Turn John Wedger into a stripper. Second rate John Wedger. Let's have a look what we got next. What we got on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at John. Let's have a look for another pant swim. Oh, he's going for the... That's that weird bloke the other day. Alright, mate. It's not... System. Shut up. That's just someone that's constantly bloody banging on a story, innit? He reminds me of one of those people, if you had an argument with him, right, they just randomly start crying and then starts talking about something from 20 years ago, and you're like, what the fuck? They probably started it in the first place. Oh, look, Bill Maloney, Sky interview about Shirley Oaks. Bloody hell, mate.
A very good evening to you. Hundreds of vulnerable children were placed in the path of sex offenders and suffered cruelty at levels that were hard to comprehend. The main conclusion today of an inquiry into historic child abuse over 3 decades at 5 children's homes run by Lambeth Council in South London. By June last year, only 1 senior member of staff had been disciplined as a result of what the report described as a culture of cover-up. Tonight, one victim living with the trauma of abuse told Sky News that years later, he's still...
I'm loving the tie choice with the background. I've got to admit, very snazzy. Should have gone with a blue suit though, would have looked nicer.
...doesn't feel alive. Our national correspondent, Alex Rossi, reports.
The Shirley Oaks care home, nestled in a leafy area of Croydon, looks like a slice of paradise. But the child abuse that went on here and the cover-up is horrific. Bill Maloney was a small boy when he, along with his brothers and sisters, was taken into care in the 1960s.
This is me, and this is my brother Tony, who was 2 years younger than me.
These photographs were taken on a trip to Hastings. It was supposed to be a happy holiday.
Oh, like, what? It's a picture of you at a beach, mate. How's that proving something bad's happened? Everyone's got one of those pictures.
Behind the smiles, there is darkness and pain of constant abuse.
That's
It was
like I see
terrible.
one of my family photos.
He sexually abused
At the
me
beach.
over his office table that was in, but it was his bedroom as well.
Bill was one of more than 700.
That was in. He sexually abused me over his office table that was in, but it was his bedroom as well.
Bill was one of more than 700 children.
It was his bedroom. And he's... What? Make it up as you go along there, mate.
According to the report, who suffered physical and sexual abuse in 5 care homes run by Lambeth Council.
I just don't
It's
believe
put
anything
my
they say.
whole life has been messed about with, my whole life, by the abuse that happened. It makes you feel worthless. It's a broken heart. It's a broken spirit. It's a broken soul. It's broken everything.
It's a broken egg. It's a broken window. Broke the back doors in.
Taught to get down on our knees and pray to Jesus while they were abusing us.
2 of those homes, Shirley Oaks
He
and
did what? Like, what was he doing? He makes up some shit, doesn't he? I was a Christian, even in the darkest of times. Liar. Absolute liar.
South Vale were described as brutal places where violence and sexual assault were
Has Bill Maloney ever got anyone convicted for anything that's happened to him? I bet not.
allowed to flourish. During the 80s and 90s, children in care became pawns in a toxic power game between the Labour Council and the Conservative government. The report found racism was evident, and the mostly black children experienced hostile and abusive treatment.
It's the sheer scale of what
So, right, if it's mostly black kids then, right, if it's mostly black kids, which only make up like a really smaller portion of our population, right, think about it, that's a very small amount of white kids. And I don't think Bill Maloney was one of those white kids, unless Bill Maloney thinks he's black, and I don't think he is.
you find. So I've been involved in every report that this inquiry is issued. This is the first one where at regular intervals I must put it down. Because there's no...
Like I say, everyone has those pictures, don't they? Like Shell Island or something, where you're bloody in your knickers. I haven't got one of them. My sister's got one of those Maddens, and then there's all us as kids, like at a beach all slumped in the sand. Just leave the kids in a pile, all wearing those mad swimsuits with the frills on them and everything. Bloody strange. Wedges on the roofie. If he don't look like a little devil.
page when you turn it, you think, or somebody spotted it. It's just page after page of things going wrong, and where people do spot it, doing nothing about it.
Lambeth has now apologised to the survivors for overseeing a system where horrendous abuse was perpetrated.
It is shameful, absolutely it's shameful. We fully accept the findings that are in the inquiry that catalogue this shameful episode in the council's history, and we fully accept all the findings, and we are genuinely sorry.
The extent of the scandal of what went on at places like Shirley Oaks is enormous, with the report saying...
Yeah, but that dude was quite young to be making that apology, though, weren't he? Right, why are you blaming a council? Why aren't you blaming the people that did it? Not an organisation. Blame the people. Take them to court.
It was difficult to comprehend, and it's easy to see why. Those in care were treated as though they were worthless, and vulnerable children were put in the path of sex offenders. For Bill Maloney and other children whose lives have been permanently damaged, the apology from the council is just...
It's too much of a whole conclusion of they're the worst, you know what I mean? There's no actual real detail in that. They just abused every single kid that went in. They were put in the path of SAers. How? Where's the detail of that? Where's the convictions for it?
Just empty words, and no inquiry can ever heal their trauma.
They killed us. I'm not alive as I should be now. I'm dead. Because of what they, not so much what they've done to me, but what they've done
Get her back again. I'm dead.
to us. I'm not alive as I should be now. I'm dead. I'm not alive as I should be now. I'm dead. I'm not alive as I should be now. I'm dead. Because of what they, not so much what they've done to me, but what they've done to my brothers and sisters.
Although the care homes have been closed and the cover-up exposed, the agony continues for survivors and the questions too. How could so many have been preyed upon for so many years, but only 6 of the perpetrators have been convicted of child sex abuse crimes?
Because it didn't, and only 6 of them were actually guilty of it.
Alex Rossi, Sky News, South London.
It's just too much of a conclusion, isn't it? Everything there. So only 6 people were convicted, but everyone that went through the guest house was abused. Alright. I don't really believe that. Let's have a look at a bit of pants swimming for the last part of the night. Oh. Oh no, there's more on Facebook, isn't there? I forgot about that. John Wedger. Wedger. Where'd you watch? Oh, there's a Good Friday one. What's that one? What's that one, John? I get every notification through now. Watch.
Here's depression. We're out in
Fuck
Nottingham.
off.
We're in a river.
I thought that was something else. I thought John was naked then. I thought he was taking a dump in the water. Has he got his pants off again? You got your pants off, John? He's naked in there, isn't he?
That goes into the sea.
He's absolutely shitting it, look. Like a shitting dog. Oh, it's a GoPro. Oh, it's a GoPro. That might be what the other one was. It might be a GoPro, but it might also double up as one of them things that you peg blokes with. What are they called? I don't know. Strap on. There we go. Magnetic one. We're just shagging the water, isn't he, at this point? I'll turn that music off. I'll get in trouble. Oh no, I won't. It's classical, isn't it? Oh. Is that when he broke the GoPro then? He got it too wet. Stop chasing the swan, John. That swan's coming back. That swan's looking a bit shifty. That swan's like, listen, I just float by here. Right, if he comes near me, I'll peck him in the fucking face. He's no Duncan Goodhue. I know, I feel sorry for the water as well. I don't know if you mean it's bad quality water, but when you said poor water, I feel sorry for that water. I think it's 35 to 50, I think. 35 to 45, I think it is, so something silly like that.
Well, so in this river, I don't know what it's called, the current.
I'm not sure if like men go through like a hormonal imbalance. Joe, they call it a midlife crisis, don't they? I'm not sure whether, because whatever that is, sounds similar to something like some phenomenon, blah, 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 similar to the menopause, probably with not as many side effects of like overheating and stuff like that, but I forgot what I was saying.
It's so strong.
Oh yeah, I was saying, I wonder if that was because of a hormonal imbalance, or lowered testosterone or something like that.
Unbelievably strong. Wow.
I might not be able to say my thoughts out loud very well, but there's some good thoughts up there sometimes, you know.
Wow, that is faster than the Thames.
That is true, though. There is actually, right, there's a detrimental effect on police officers in the UK. Retaining them is getting more and more difficult. The mental health issues associated with things like that, it must be an horrible job to do. It must be horrible. And every day someone's going to call you scum. That's hard to deal with anyway, isn't it? I remember once I was reading a story about a family liaison officer, and he was awarded all these awards for all the work that he did. And he helped hundreds of families, you know, cope with the loss of their loved ones. And his force was proud of him for it. And then he ended up losing his mum and his sister, and I think also his wife. And then he couldn't cope, and he ended up unaliving himself. And it's one of those, like, he had all the tools to know how to get over it, but sometimes the pain that they go through is just too much. Like, he's the one to help him, but he was the one there to help him. I think about that sometimes. I feel so sorry for that bloke. Cold water swimming is a natural cure-all. Alright, John. It's also free. Not round my ends, mate. 5 or you're not going in. Or I'll push you in. Push you in, probably close it away. You're 5 for him.
It's an effort to swim against it. So there we go.
Oh shit. Oh shit. There's 2 things we're agreeing with John with on the same video. He said unaliving is not an option and your life is precious. John's right.
Swim against depression. Oh, stick. We're in the north.
Shut up, John. Oh, I thought he was gonna he's just been a weirdo. Look like he's taking a shit there, doesn't he? Bloody hell, John. Bloody hell. Oh, yeah. What are these ones? He's swimming once again in his pants to highlight the unparalleled benefits of cold water therapy. He swims in the Atlantic on the 3rd of February 2023, the coldest time in the UK to swim. What? Is this like... This is when Nicola Bully was in the water. Glad he wasn't near that river, was he? He suffers no ill effects, no ill effects. John is re-energised, I think that means. His mood is lifted, his cravings dissolved. Sadly, he is alone. He wants to shout at onlookers to join. This is a wonder cure for depression. No, it isn't. You're like Loch Ness Monster, you divvy. Kick depression where it hurts. No, don't do that. Don't go kicking yourself. Right, we'll watch this one and then I'll put some tunes on. Oh no, I want to see. I don't want tunes. I don't like the ones with the music. It's just boring. Oh, powerful message. Are we going to get actual video footage?
Good morning Sarah. Hello Sue.
No, again. Just John and his random same arse tune again and again. I need to have a go through some of these.
Wow, John WEDGER here, Pants Swimming Against Depression.
Oh, is this the one where...
And it's a bit of a pleasure today because it's without doubt the warmest day I've done it. Not in the water though. Let me just go under, get my head under. Wow. Let's just show you under this beautiful.
It's John farting away there.
There we go. Right, here I go. Out for a pants swim, and it's beginning of May. And I've got this new stick, so I can.
Not in regards to the Nicola Bully case, in regards, her heart didn't just stop. Don't forget she drowned. There was water in her lungs. So, the cold water shock was part of her gasping for breath when she entered the water. And the gasp of breath would have took on litres of water, which caused her to drown, and she must have passed out, and that's how her demise came. But it was part of shock, breathing in the water, and then drowning. And there was, when she was recovered and upon autopsy, they did find some water in her lungs. And obviously, it's not going to be completely full, is it? Because, you know, them... when they recover some of the bags, the bodies from the water, they have those body bags, and they have like little drains in them, So they keep evidence in it, but the water drains out. He'd be parting something. It is nice music. It's very nice to listen to.
Do this. Don't know what I'm going to do with it when I want to get into a bit of serious swimming.
He's
So I'm gonna
gained
do quite a
muscle
bit of
tone.
distance today.
You gained muscle. You don't look like you gained muscle tone there.
Because the sun's out. If you look at that, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to show you underwater again. Swim under. And swimming against depression. Right, how am I going to work this? I'm going to just swim. So here I am, one-handed swimming in a beautiful lake in the lovely countryside outside London, not far outside London, half hour's driving you here.
I wonder what made you think of wine and a ciggy. Or that word. I wonder what made you think of that. When you look at John Wedger. A stiff drink.
Today's quite a poignant one because I bumped into an ex-colleague from the police the other day, and he's suffering from depression. He's had a bit of a bad turn, and things aren't good for him. And he was talking to me about my pants swimming, and hopefully he'll come with me. And I was just telling him of the benefits. So we know that testosterone.
Well, we know that from your other videos. A lot of your friends aren't here anymore for some bad reason, and your ex-colleagues, and most people that are in contact with you. I think it might be a you problem.
Can be increased. Dopamine, adrenaline massively. Which adrenaline goes up 500%. Dopamine by 200%. It kickstarts the immune system.
I'm surprised no one's called the police at him. Can you imagine him being in the water and going, come in the water, come in the water. I know, you've already done that. I don't want to get in that water. It's dirty.
It does something to the brain. You see,
Filthy.
what it does to the brain is this.
Masons.
It focuses the brain. So when you're in here,
Masons.
you can't be, especially the real cold months, you can't be thinking
Masons.
about irrelevant things.
Masons.
Your mind is on survival really, but in a nice way. So things that we seem as important become irrelevant in that survival situation. Your body starts to readjust quickly, so the blood goes to the vital organs. So the vital organs get a good hit of blood, and they start to purge. So you start cleansing. So all them healing endorphins start kicking in and going to work.
I don't know what job John would be good at now though, just swimming in the water like that. Like they'll be like, listen, John, we don't recover bodies like that anymore, mate. We don't do it old school. We've got a way of doing it, John. You can't just go doing that in the water. You can't go taking your pants off in the water. Especially wearing those pants, John. John, those pants ain't right. Can't go doing that in the water.
So your mind and your body start switching on, and healing starts to begin. And for me, when I'm in the water, it's a spiritual thing. It's like I'm with nature. There's no chlorine in here. There's no... Stick up.
We've just literally watched this one, haven't we? Right? We've just watched it, and I made us all go round in circles. I thought he was nude. I admit audacity. He's gonna end up with something. We've literally just watched that one. It's a double upload. Alright, we'll watch this one. We'll watch a quick fit. No, hang on. Great River Ouse. Great River Ouse. Is this one where he starts? I think he did one in the Thames where he kept on getting stuck.
Swimming against depression. I'm in, I don't know where I am actually. Anyway, I'm in the Midlands.
Oh, he's in the Midlands.
And we're going to have a swim. Okay.
Naughty, naughty John.
In the River Ouse. We've got a sign saying no swimming.
Oh, this is a good old classic from John.
It's slow moving. It's incredibly deep. It doesn't smell, so there's a presumption it's cleanish.
Oh, thanks for that, John. Presumption it's a clean river, and then you just spit in it. Thanks, mate.
Swimming is such a lovely location. You know, it's all usually groundwater that feeds these things anyway, and it's just gorgeous. I've just come off the motorway, and there's a diversion because the motorway's shut, and I drove over a bridge, saw this river, thought, right, I want to swim in that. So there's a...
Do you think he had road rage? Do you think that's what it is?
a sign saying no swimming, but I'm not listening to that nonsense. This is
You don't have to listen, John, you just got to read it, mate, and understand. Weirdo.
just lovely. Really, really lovely. Peaceful. You know, the hectic behaviour on the road.
I remember watching this. The sides are dead, like, built up on this, aren't they? Like, he looks absolutely terrified here.
The erratic, hot summer, tensions rising, and anger gets to fever pitch. And I just pulled off of the road, over a little bridge. I've seen this massive river, and it's quite a well-known river, the Ouse, and decided, right, I'm going to have a swim. So, I mean, it's lovely. It's just such a lovely swim. And,
I remember on this one, do you remember when Scott was watching it, he found his clothes at the back there, didn't he?
An absolute pleasure. Oh, to be swimming in it. So
look, he's looking which way he's got to go.
So I've got to get back. But it's quite straightforward. There's a house out, they don't blast me up. So, I wonder what that was then. Right, but I'm enjoying myself. So, quick pants swim against depression.
Probably why you couldn't swim there, mate. Someone's fucking house. Someone's back garden.
And many things cause depression, anxiety and stress being some of the main attributes. And what better way to alleviate them than being out in nature? It's lovely, there's fish in here, seen loads of fish, and it's quiet. Just take a few minutes out of my schedule to go and have a pants swim. So let's have a look underwater. Yeah, a bit cloudy, not the cleanest in that respect. You can feel the current. It's moderate. I'll be doing the Thames hopefully in the next week. That is hard. You know, I wouldn't recommend that to the weak swimmer. But the Thames poignant because of all the suicide.
He just said at the beginning there, it's clean in here, right? It's spitting everywhere now, isn't he?
That occur in that river. So I want to make it an ironic swim. Okay. Be sad, don't be sad.
I found that so creepy when he said that he was going to make it an ironic swim because so many people unalive themselves. Like, like, that's more, for the normal person, that's more reason not to go into that water because it's so dangerous. He stopped and dived straight in. No advice on like, oh, go on this website and check if that water's safe. How does he know there's not like a trolley in there? That like's a prime place for someone to be dumping a trolley, right? And he just goes diving in. What if one day he just like knocks his head on a trolley and that's John gone. No pants, no swimming, John gone. Long gone John. Long gone John Silver.
Short swim, River Ouse, in wherever it is, Buckinghamshire or something, I don't know. Lovely little village. Very, very deep. Incredibly deep. Wow.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's got to be about 4 metres. Very deep river. Slow moving. Lots of fish. Clean smelling. Lovely location. And what a better way to, like I said, I've just come off the motorway. Loads of stress, loads of congestion. You know, lots of anger. Come in here, 10 minutes out of your life, back with nature. How it should be. And lowers the blood. Raises the adrenaline.
John would be like folding his clothes on the side like some maniac, right? Trying to make look like he's been in the army or something. Like, oh look at me, I'm all organised. This is my rifle, this is my gun and all that, right? And then he goes in that water, he dives in, hits a trolley, floats away, right? And then the police find his clothes and the public's like, staged. Why was his clothes folded? Have you seen the state of John Wedger? Does he look like he folds his clothes? He'd never do such a thing.
Brings
But we know different. He's a nutter.
And you stop becoming a slave to the clock because time stands still.
I've had fun freestyling some John Wedger scenarios. Oh, we're nearly at the 3 hour mark as well. Woo woo.
Don't be a slave to the clock on the calendar. Take time out. It's a minor sacrifice for a major gain. Be sad, don't be sad.
Oh, just John being a weirdo now. Right, let's have a look who we've got in. We're going to do our outro tunes. Right, thank you everyone for all the members. Let me just get my list up that I've got. I should have a list. Thank you very much, Lynn and Steve, BCTV, Kelly, and Sassy Carr, and Tom as well, all for becoming a member. When I get my live chat up, and then we'll get some tunes on the go. Would you like a bit of Peter Folding? Scott, we need that Mason's tune. Masons.
Peter Folding couldn't find me in the river.
Have a great one, Yvonne.
He had no chance
Have a great one at
of
Mill
being the
Audacity.
one who pushed me in.
Ironic, iconic, or is it moronic? Who knows?
Peter Folding should go in the bin.
Take care, Steve.
John Wedger is swimming.
God, I went down a while.
Peter falling couldn't find me in the river.
I nearly got it on time.